Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name's Mick and this is my 2007 VW T5 Transporter campervan called Casper. I want to start today's video just by thanking everybody that's subscribed recently. I've only just started this channel and at the last count I think I was at 33 subscribers. So huge thumbs up to everybody who's subscribed. I really appreciate your support. And if you haven't yet subscribed, then please do hit that little red button down below. I generally do videos on modifications to the van. I'll also be doing videos on any of the adventures that I go on, whether that's just on my own or with the kids. And generally it's just going to be videos about what I've been up to relating to the van. So and that's what today's video is about. I've been tinkering again. I do like to do a bit of tinkering on the van. I just like sitting in the van looking around and thinking, I could do with something there, or I could do with changing that, or that needs modifying, or I know what I could do. I could make something that just is for that purpose. And that's what I've been doing in this video. So I've got a couple of things to show you. The first one is a utility hook. I needed some when I went away recently. When I was just laid in bed, I didn't want the full strip light, full LED lights on because they were quite bright. And so when I turned them off, if I was looking at my phone or reading a book or something like that, which I don't do very often, I just couldn't see properly. So I wanted to come up with something where I could have a light just to the side of me that just allows me to read at night without having all the other lights on. Now I do have a little solar powered light on a little metal frame, and what I decided to do was just make a little hook that just screwed into the panelling on the side of the van, and then I could just hook the light onto that little hook. Now I had a few scraps of wood lying around the garage, and I had a bit of carpet offcut left over from previous jobs, and yeah, I just cut the wood to size, made it into like a hook shape, covered it in carpet, and then just screwed it into the wall. And I can now hook my little solar powered lantern onto the wall, and it's perfect for reading. And with it being solar powered, it's not using up any battery power. So yeah, all good. And with it being carpeted, it seems to blend into the wall, so it's very difficult to see actually. So I might make a few more of those, and I've got a couple of other ideas in the pipeline as well. So that was the first thing I came up with. The second thing I came up with was a sort of privacy curtain, a cab curtain just behind me here. I wanted something that was easy to put up, easy to pack away, lightweight, and just screened off this area here if I was just sleeping in the back, but I didn't want to put all the window blinds up, sort of a stealth mode kind of thing. So what I used, I had some again lying around in the garage. I had some old tent poles, you know, the ones that sort of clip the fiberglass and they clip together and they've got a bit of elastic shock cord in between. I had a couple of them lying around, so I cut two to length. I had to refeed the elastic through the centre, but that wasn't an issue. Tied it off at both ends, and then I just had some little rubber sort of caps that I could put on the end, and that was just the right length just to go behind the seat in here, and it just sits on the, you can just see there, the sort of where the pop top sort of sits on, it just sort of sits on top of that ridge, and it just goes up to the bulkhead and it just fits in nicely. But just to prevent any sort of sagging of the pole, which it didn't really do that much, I then had some, again lying around in the garage, I had some Correx of that plastic sort of corrugated boarding, and I had a little strip of it. So I just cut that to length. It was about, I don't know, about this long. Cut that to length, again covered it in carpet just to neaten it up and make it look, make it blend in with everything else really. I slid that over the end of the tent poles right up to the sort of metal joining piece, and it just fit on really snug. And then all you do then is I had a black shower curtain which is really lightweight, and I just fed that onto both ends of the tent pole. I've left a few of the sort of eyelets missing off the end because what I wanted to do, once it's in position and I've pulled the curtain taut, there's a bit at the end that's just loose, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some of them little neo magnet hooks that I can just fit to the side of the van wall where it's carpeted, and then I can just hook the shower curtain onto there and just keep it so it blends in round the sort of shape of the side of the van, and it just makes a sort of, not airtight, but a seal so that not as much light comes in. And the third thing was, and this was quite tricky if I'm honest, I wanted a decal on the barn door along with some lettering. When the van was first converted, it was all resprayed, so all the lettering, it was all debadged on the barn doors. All the sort of TDI and the transporter lettering was all taken off, and it was never put back on. It probably was in chrome lettering, but I wanted the black lettering, so I ordered the transporter black gloss black lettering. I ordered a little Peeping Monster sticker decal, and what I've done is I wanted something quirky. I didn't just want to put transporter on the back. I wanted something a little bit quirky, so this is what I came up with. And like I say, it was really quite tricky. Those decals are very sticky, and once they're on, and they're very difficult to peel back off. And the detailing of that particular Peeping Monster sticker, there was a lot of little slithers of black decal, and they were sticking onto the van. And when I got it not quite right, I peeled it off, and they stayed on the van. And then the eye came out, and I had to get the socket of the eye back over the eye, and oh, it was a nightmare. But I got there in the end, and I was quite pleased with it. But then I had to do the lettering along and up and over the Peeping Monster, and I wanted to get the lettering as best spaced out as I could. So what I did is I used some old magnetic letters that the kids had when they were younger, that I don't use anymore for writing rude words on our notice board in the kitchen. And I used those to sort of write out transporter up and over the decal as best I could. They were slightly bigger than the ones I was sticking on, but it just gave me an idea of the spacing of the lettering. And then I just peeled off the letters one by one, removed the magnetic letter, and just stuck them on and spaced them out as evenly as I could. And yeah, it was quite nerve-wracking, if I'm honest. Even though you're only sticking sort of sticky letters on and a decal, I had to get it just right, and in the end it turned out good, and I'm really pleased with it. And it just adds that little bit of quirkiness to the van. If anybody's following me in another V-dub and they see that on the back, I think they might have a little chuckle to themselves. So if you do, then please tell me, please leave a comment down below. I'll be absolutely delighted if anybody spots it and can leave a comment. So yeah, please do that if you ever see me out and about. So that was it for today, really. It was just those 3 modifications to the van. Nothing exciting or spectacular, just little modifications that I've really enjoyed doing, and it just adds to the van. So I've got a lot more in the pipeline. I'm constantly coming up with new ideas, some a bit wacky, some just useful, and yeah, I just enjoy doing it. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please give us a thumbs up. If you are new to the channel, then please do hit that subscribe button. It really does help the channel. Like I say, I'm just building up the channel now, so any subscribers will be really appreciated. And don't forget to click on that bell icon so you don't miss out on my next video. Okay, well, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.